Hello everybody, back with another deck tech video about Pauper. Pauper is a format, if I didn't explain in the first video, is a format where you only play with commons, and it's really fun. It's a good way to get back to kind of Magic's roots of the not best cards playing against not the best things. But nowadays, they're pretty good commons and uncommons. Some regular rules is that if anything was a common at one point, it's playable. So there are some things that have went from commons to uncommons now, like a Delver's Secrets used to be common and now is uncommon. So some things like that, yes, you can play the rare version or the uncommon version if it was previously or ever was printed in a common before. So today I'm showing off my fun Raktos combo deck. Yes, you heard me right. There is combos in Pauper. How fun. So, we'll start off by showing you how this combo works and what you need to start it. So, for this combo, we're starting off with this guy right here called Skirk Prospector. It's a 1 red for a 1/1 goblin that when you can sacrifice a goblin at any time to get a red in your mana pool. Pretty simple card. And then you got this guy right here, which is Putrid Goblin. It's 1 and a black for a 2/2 zombie goblin with Persist. Persist is if this creature dies and it has no 1/1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a 1/1 counter on it. Pretty simple. And then the third piece of this combo, out of a 4-piece combo technically, but 3-piece, is First Day of Class. 1 red for, or 1 generic and a 1 red for an instant that reads, when a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, put a 1/1 counter on it. It gains haste until end of turn. That's a static effect that sticks on the battlefield, or sticks until the rest of the turn. Then it also has Learn, so that's where this boy comes in, this Introduction to Prophecy. It's just a 3 mana, scry 2, and draw a card. It's the best one of the lessons that you can get for either you can do this or you can discard a card and draw a card. So that's why that's there. So the way you get this combo started is you have the Skirk Prospector. I'm going to set these up here because they're hard to see. Skirk Prospector and your Putrid Goblin on the battlefield, and you cast a First Day of Class. When this resolves, you can now sacrifice your Putrid Goblin to your Skirk Prospector. And then the Skirk Prospector will make a red mana, and this will, since it has no -1/-1 counters on it, it'll come back to the battlefield with a -1/-1 counter on it. But since First Day of Class here reads, if a creature would enter the battlefield, or when a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, get a 1/1 counter on it. So Putrid Goblin's counter gets negated. So then you have an infinite red mana, since you can infinitely sacrifice this Putrid Goblin to your Skirk Prospector, making red mana. So now you might ask me, so where is this mana going? We have stuff like Fireball. Fireball is a sorcery. It's X and a red. You can deal X damage divided evenly, rounded down among any number of targets and creatures, or creatures. It deals X damage divided evenly, rounded down among any number of target creatures and or players. And you can pay 1 to make another target for the spell. So with these two, you sacrifice and make an infinite amount of red mana, and you use that amount of red mana to point this at your opponent's face. Or they're pointed at them, targeting them. They'll lose X life, where X is your infinite mana. Now, another version is Makeshift Munitions, which is 1 in a red. It's an enchantment. You can pay 1 and sacrifice an artifact or creature, and it deals 1 damage to any target. So since Skirk Prospector and this Goblin, Putrid Goblin, are already going infinite, this guy can't die this turn when you sacrifice him. you make an infinite amount of mana with your Skirk Prospector and your Putrid Goblin. And then you use that mana to keep sacrificing your Putrid Goblin. And then to your Makeshift Munitions, dealing 1 damage to your opponent or any other target until they die. So that's another version of Fireball for this deck. And then with all these, since it's a combo deck, you need to assemble your combo correctly. So to dig through your deck, we have stuff like Goblin Matron here, which is 3 in a red, or 2 in a red for a Goblin, 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, you search your library for a Goblin card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So essentially, this is a Goblin tutor. You play it, and when it enters, it tutors for a Goblin. So you can find your Putrid Goblin or your Skirk Prospector, which is also a Goblin with this card. Then we also have things that dig. So we have Village Rites here, which is 1 black. An additional cost, you sacrifice a creature. So sometimes, let's say you have an additional Putrid Goblin, you can sacrifice it to Village Rites to draw 2 cards, digging deeper. So if you're trying to find stuff like First Day of Class, your Makeshift Munitions, or your Fireball. So that Village Rites is for. And we also have these really good cards right here, which is Deadly Dispute. It's just like Village Rites, but 1 more, right? 1 more. It's this instant, and you sacrifice a creature or an artifact, and you draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. So it's pretty good. Drawing 2 cards, creating a treasure, it's always great. We also have, to fill a slot, is Street Wraith. Now, you may be thinking, why the heck would I have a 5 mana Swamp Walk creature? It's 3/4, it sucks. But right here, cycling, you pay 2 life. So you don't even have to, life's a resource, you can use your life right away, pay 2 life, you discard it, and then you draw a card. So it's pretty nice when you're trying to dig through your deck. So it's just a extra card, basically, that you fill the slot so you can hopefully get your other cards faster. Now this card, next few cards are for protecting your pieces and protecting yourself from your opponent. Optimally, you would be having Lightning Bolt, but my Lightning Bolts are over in one of my other Pauper decks right now. And yeah, I could just put them in here if I really wanted. But Chain Lightning's essentially a Lightning Bolt on a stick because it's 1 mana for a sorcery instead of an instant, but it still deals 3 damage to any target. But your opponent can also, when you target them, they can also pay 2 red and copy this spell and put a new target for it. So then if they target you, then you can do it again if you have enough mana for it. Not a terrible card, but not great. You also have 2 copies of Shock, which is a worse version of a Lightning Bolt. It's just 1 red for 2 damage instead of 3. And then here we have something to disrupt our opponents, is Duress. It's 1 black for a sorcery. Your opponent reveals their hand, and you choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards it. So you gotta look at your opponent's hand, and map out what they're gonna do. And then to get all these things out quickly, because you have quite a few black cards here, you have Dark Ritual, which is a great card for playing Pauper. It's literally it is the best ritual in the game. And it's just 1 black, 1 mana, you get 3 mana back. Simple as that. Really good card. Glad to have in my deck. For lands here, I just have 8 swamps and 8 mountains, which is pretty simple. 16 lands. As you saw, the highest CMC is 3, and we don't really try to get higher than 3 too often. But yeah, 8 lands here, 8 lands here. So yeah, that's how that deck works. It's a pretty fun deck. I'd recommend it if you have the cards lying around. So that's why Pauper's so fun, so easy to play, is that you just go into your bulk bin, if you have one, You just take out some commons of the same color, put them together. I mean, I'd advise to make sure that they go together, that they like synergize with each other, like how Goblin Matron synergizes with all the goblins in my that you're trying to search for, and stuff like that. So that's why Pauper's so fun and easy to play, and the decks are super cheap. Like this deck probably costs $15 maybe. How like a normal commander deck costs like $50 to $60 for just a pre-con style deck, and an upgraded deck is a couple $100. So this is just a fun, easy way to play casual Magic, or how Modern is super expensive. But that's just my take on it. So if you like this content of me showing off some of my Pauper decks, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting some more videos just like it, showing off my other Pauper decks. Pauper's fun. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's really cool. There's a mosquito on me. I'd say if you like deck techs, I am trying to do some more deck techs now for my decks. I have an Urza Lord High Artificer deck, which I just made CDH, which I want to show off, but not right now because I have quite a few ugly looking proxies in there that I made myself, like this one right here of Teleria West. Kind of funny, but fun card. So yeah, if you like the deck techs, just comment saying, hey, Ethan, make some more deck techs. It's pretty fun. Cool to watch. So I love the comments and stuff showing the appreciation of my channel, and I'd love to grow it. I'm going to try starting posting more frequently, once or twice a week, if I can find enough things to post about. Tell me if you'd be interested in watching any arena stuff. I have some really fun arena decks. I can go over deck tech and some matches of me playing that. So please let me know. Just like, subscribe, comment, help me grow my channel. I want to be big like those other channels like MTG Goldfish or Commander's Quarters, Ristic Studies, all those cool places, Tolarian Community College, Command Zone, although that one's far-fetched. But just having playing with power even. Like just some fun Magic channels. Tell me what I should try, niche. You're never going to grow in the YouTube economy if you don't have a niche. So just tell me what I should do. So I can do it. It'll be fun. Something different. So please like, subscribe so I can help grow my channel and go further with this possible occupation. So thank you. Thanks for watching. It means a lot.